Hey everyone, it's me, Ivana Emil Elizondo from Silver Moon Astrology and Transpersonal Counseling, also known as Silver Moon Counseling. I am here because we have this Aquarius full moon that is uh, getting prepared for tomorrow. So tomorrow is the 11th, August 11th. This Aquarius full moon, I think it's about 8:36 p.m. Central Standard Time. We'll check the chart in just a little bit, but I'm going to try something a little different. So I'm kind of excited. And before I go there, I have made a really big decision and I'm hoping that it works out. Okay. And as trivial as this may seem, considering everything going on in the world right now, I thought I wanted something light. Okay. So I have decided to let my grays grow out. Yup. Look at that. I've never dyed my hair ever in my entire life. I tried it once. It burned my scalp. I washed it off right away. And so I'm like, you know what? It is what it is. I'm just going to go with my gray crown. So yeah, if anybody has any suggestions on how to manage this, and maybe feel good about it as we get older, I would love to hear. Okay, so let me show you the chart for tomorrow, actually. So this is for August 11th. And we do have this beautiful full moon. Okay, right here she is. She's in Aquarius. Aquarius is a fixed air sign, a lot of mental capacity going on. And opposite of the sun in Leo, Leo is at home. I'm sorry, the sun is at home in Leo. And so the sun is in all its glory, except for the fact that Saturn is hanging out with the moon for this full moon in Aquarius, and Saturn is at home. It is retrograde. So I'm kind of feeling that this more Saturnian energy is what's going to be the authority and not so much this beautiful Leo energy. Okay. So the other aspect to this is that we have this moon and Saturn retrograde in Aquarius, a fixed sign, and it is squaring all of this energy, Mars, Uranus, and the North Node in Taurus, fixed earth signs. Are we getting a theme here? This is all fixed stuff. And then the sun, of course, is also squaring this energy. Now, the saving grace for me is this Mercury in Virgo. It is at home in Virgo and it's trining beautifully to Uranus. So let's see what this is all about. But here's what I'm going to do a little different. I completely forgot that I had these really cool zodiac oracle cards by, I think it's Barbara Moore, and then Paolo Barbieri, yes, is the illustrator. So I'm going to use some visuals today besides the chart. Okay, let's talk about Aquarius. Ta-da! Can you see that? Look at this card. Aquarius is fixed air. Okay. It is the eccentric of the zodiac. Like, look at this. It's got, oops, there we go. It's got the faces right here. It's very futuristic looking, right? It's kind of like detached, but there's some sort of, energy going through it. So, and that's very much Aquarius. So Aquarius energy it's fixed air. So the focus is on the mental, logical reasoning capacity. A lot of times with Aquarius energy, we almost feel like the emotional piece has been removed and it's so much focus on the mind. It is progressive. It is about outside of the boundaries. So it's very futuristic. It always tends to want to look into the future. It's about logic and reason and data, and networking is huge, and systems. It's really big on systems. Okay. Now this Aquarius energy, what that means, how it can manifest is there may be a tendency of really relying on this systematic approach to this full moon. Now, on the opposite side, okay, of this, higher polarity, Aquarius energy can be detached. It likes to sweep things under the rug. I have a few Aquarius people in my life, and they're like, nope, don't see that. Don't see the elephant sitting right here. Nope, 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 nope. And so that energy can want to avoid, detach. And that's why sometimes Aquarian people are like, okay, you got some emotions going on there, or is this all like, just mental? Okay, it can be a more nervous energy, a more worrisome type of energy to deal with. But for the most part, it is really focused on the air quality, the air element, which is the mind. Now, the moon, let me show you this beautiful moon. Look how cool she is. Look at that. Okay, the moon is like savvy and it's our emotions, right? So when we get these two together, I feel like I'm teaching elementary school for some reason. Anyhow, so when we get these two together, there is the tendency for the moon to maybe struggle a little bit in this Aquarian sign because it is ruled by Saturn. And Saturn is not a lot of fun, guys. Like I have Saturn in my chart in my first house. Sometimes I'm not a lot of fun. Sometimes I am. But the Saturn energy is really about responsibility. It's about seriousness. It's about focus on what you have to get done. On a more difficult aspect of Saturn, it is like depression and melancholy and pessimism and looking at everything that could potentially go wrong, and it slows things down. So that's kind of the vibe that I'm getting for this full moon. Sorry, this is not a fun, fluffy, and like go out and let's easy flowing kind of moon. This is going to be about work. This is going to be about planning. This is going to be about systems. Okay. Now, and here's Saturn. Look at that. Does he look like he's having fun? He's really focused. Okay. All right. So what does this mean? Well, if we have this Aquarius moon with Saturn, this tendency to be more serious and responsible by nature, and then it's squaring that all that energy in Taurus, and that energy in Taurus is also squared by the sun. That energy in Taurus makes me feel like that's the apex, right? So there's a lot of tension going on right now, and that apex is maybe what we're going to see, where the crack is, or we're going to see more manifestation of that. And Taurus is fixed Earth. So I said earlier, do you see the theme? We have Aquarius fixed air, we have Taurus fixed Earth, and then we have Leo fixed fire. And fixed energy doesn't move very easily. Okay. It can be loyal, it can be consistent, but it can also be, very convictional and very stubborn. And what tends to happen when you have so much, putting so much pressure on systems that are not fluid or flexible, eventually they crack. And in this case, you can experience potentially some breakdown, okay, or sudden change or sudden, and poof, there we go. I have no words for what I just said. I hope you understood. But anyhow, this Taurus energy with Mars, okay, agitation, okay, and then Uranus, electrification, they're still close enough where they're influencing one another. And this North Node going, we got to change all this so we can move forward. That's makes me feel that this full moon may not be as consistent or stable. It may be, there may be a sense of instability or not very secure in nature. So you might want to expect the unexpected for this one. Okay. With that being said, we do have this beautiful Mercury, as I said, in Virgo energy. Virgo is it's mutable air, and it is at home in Virgo. And so what we have here is it's connecting beautifully by trying to Uranus. So there may be an opportunity to, all of a sudden you might get an insight that's more inspirational in nature. And it's kind of like, where did that come from? It's more creative, maybe. It's more outside of the box thinking is really what we're going to want to focus on for this full moon, because that Aquarius air energy is about systems and just foundation and processes. And Mercury may want to make us feel like, this system is about to break down. This process isn't working very well. Let's get creative. And that's the focus for this full moon. So my suggestion to you would be this. Yes, focus on those places in your life where maybe, your systems or your beliefs, okay, as far as step-by-step data, maybe you're focusing too much on the mental. Maybe you're trying to be too logical. Maybe you've pulled the emotional piece out of the equation and you need to bring the emotional piece back in, okay? But this is probably going to be more about thinking and logic and reason, okay? And when we get people that are very logic-based with people that are very logic-based and communicate that way, great. But when you get people that are emotionally based or earth-based, okay, or water-based, this may have an impact on those communications. So be mindful of your communications, be mindful of what things, systems and processes are working for you. Be mindful of the ones that maybe aren't, and maybe you need to actually release them, not sweep them under the rug. Be cautious of those things that you're trying to avoid. They're going to be highlighted for you this full moon. And so don't be surprised if all of a sudden everything just kind of goes, and now you have to deal with stuff you didn't really want to deal with before. And there we go. And that is it for this full moon in Aquarius. If you are Scorpio, Leo, Aquarius, or what's my other fixed sign? I'm missing one. Scorpio. Oh, it's Scorpio, Leo, Aquarius, and Taurus. Duh, Taurus rising here. Hello. You're probably going to be feeling this energy more because again, it's a lot of fixed energy. If you want to find out exactly where this is hitting your chart, set up a consultation. We can definitely figure it all out. All right, everyone, you can find me at silvermooncounseling.org, and that is it. I hope everyone has a very cautious full moon, because this is the theme that we're setting up for the rest of August. Okay, let me show you why. Oh, before I let y'all go, let me show you why this is a theme. Whatever's activated during this full moon, because I almost forgot that. So the moon is here. The moon is an activator. So in a week from now, she's going to be in Taurus, and she's going to activate all of this energy while Saturn is still here. And then okay, she's going to, a week later, she's going to be here. The sun is going to move a little bit, but now she's going to be opposite. So this right here is definitely going to be activated for the remainder of August. And then we'll talk about September and October when we get there. But this is a lot of tension on systems and foundations and processes and data. And don't be surprised if you start to see a breakdown of those systems, even your own internal system. All right, that's it. I'm done for sure. All right, take care, everyone. Blessed be.